Hi Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your July 16th to the 31st, 2021 reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed and linked in the description box below. Now before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds. Letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. Let's let the bowls sing as we see what the tarot has to say. Scorpio. July 16th to the 31st, 2021, Scorpio. July 16th to the 31st, 2021, Scorpio. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. And show me clearly, angels. Scorpio. July 16th to the 31st, 2021, Scorpio. July 16th to the 31st, 2021, Scorpio. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Scorpio. July 16th to the 31st, 2021, Scorpio. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. Ooh, okay. These two. The Nine of Cups wants to make herself known instantaneously. And then finally, we have the public arena. Scorpio, July 16th to the 31st, 2021, Scorpio. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. At the bottom is our rooted self. The left-hand side is the inner self. The middle, the heart, the emotional self. The right-hand side, the public arena, the public self. So this is going to be a time, I tell it instantaneously, that the inner self and the public self are going to be really intertwined during this time, which we might think of as of course, but there's going to be something interesting here. So we have the Five of Cups, the Five of Wands, and the Four of Cups coming forward as our rooted energy, our inner selves, the Nine of Cups, and the Seven of Wands. We have the Nine of Cups again in our hearts, and we have the Ace of Swords. This is God, Source, Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, handing you a gift of knowledge and intuition and power and insight. So that's going to be really cool. And then we have the Four of Wands and the Ace of Cups. There's going to be a fighting of the healing that's coming, and that's the energy that we're seeing coming forward. The repeat of the number 4 is saying it's time to focus on you. It's time to focus on the self, the soul, getting enough sleep, taking care of who you are. So let's look at our chakra energy. And again, we have another gift coming in of the Ace of Cups with this beautiful healing coming forward. The swords and the cups, it's the mind and the heart that are really being worked on by spirit, by divinity during this time. Let's see the chakra energy for Scorpio, July 16th to the 31st, 2021, Scorpio. July 16th to the 31st, 2021, Scorpio. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Listening. I like that. Scorpio, you're a better listener than most, and most people don't really get that about you. They just don't. With the throat chakra, the ability to listen, It's not something that people usually think of. They think of the ability to talk. Your power during this time is to stop, to be still, and to listen to yourself, to your desires, to everything between the words that people are saying. And there is going to be so much power from the calm that you get during this time that it's going to set you apart. It's going to kind of almost make you feel like you're walking a different path than almost everybody else around you. Because you're walking a path that is quiet, and this quiet really guides you towards something beautiful. Then we have the energy to be mindful of. Scorpio, July 16th to the 31st, 2021 Scorpio. What is the energy that Scorpio needs to be mindful of? July 16th to the 31st, 2021 Scorpio. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. The Queen of Cups. This is water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. So it can be that we have a tendency to get in our own way during this time. So we have to be very mindful about that. But we'll also have a tendency to get really caught up by the emotions of everything. And which sounds like a water sign problem, and it is. But we're going to be caught up in the emotions of others. And people are going to play off of the fact that they're making this emotional connection and saying, well, come on, we're so close. Would I ever betray you? Would I ever hurt you? Would I ever not put your best interest in mind? The fact of the matter is, during this time, yes, they most certainly will. So you have to be mindful of this. Trust people who have proven their loyalty, and with the rest of them, trust them slowly and make them earn it. There's going to be an inner battle going on. Why? Because peace is going to be something that's a little bit hard to really fall into during this time. It's not for any other reason than it can just be the way our stars are aligned. It can just be the energy that's about us. That's why the quiet, the listening, meditating is going to be so important. We have the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands is chaos for the sake of chaos. It might be that during this time, we don't know how to be calm. We don't know how to trust our instincts and ourselves. We are caught up with the chaos internally, and we can be caught up with the chaos externally of people's, expectations and, people's pettiness. And that can be at the root of where we are. It can feel like, okay, I'm trying and I'm trying and I'm trying and I'm doing my best and I'm trying to do everything for everybody and be really super good. And all I keep on getting is more, kind of crap put on me, excuse my language, but that's what it feels like. And it's going to be a time where you want to be very blunt. It's like, no, I want something beautiful and calm and serene. But at the root is this chaos. And we might actually have to kind of dig out this root. I'm just seeing like digging out the roots of a plant that we don't want somewhere. Or that's like, it's actually a plant that's strangling another plant as it's growing. It's kind of like a vine growing up. So here it's being very mindful of this, being very mindful of the chaos, strangling what we're attempting to grow, what we really want to flourish. And this is going to be a strangling of our own energy. It's going to be a, it has to be this way, or it has to be just like this, and that's going to be the best thing for us. And it's like, no, I need to grow the way I need to go. I need to express myself the way that I need to express myself. And it brings us to the Four of Cups. And the Four of Cups is God, Source, Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, handing you a gift, handing you a gift that doesn't feel like a gift, but you're taking it definitely in the public arena. You're going to see it coming through. But when we're handed these gifts, they don't feel like gifts. They feel like added burdens. They feel like extra work. We have the cups before us, and it's like, oh my gosh, this is what I'm focusing on. Why are you taking my attention over there? Why are you adding one more thing to everything? So with the Four of Cups, this is going to be a time when, through listening, through calm, we can kind of start to riddle out why we're in this situation, or why we had to go through something within our lives. And this starts to make us stronger. It's not stronger in the sense that we need to be stronger, but stronger in the sense of, I'm here for a reason and my purpose is powerful. This is kind of like being made into a diamond or any sort of jewel, because the way a diamond is made is it's a piece of coal, right? But it's put under a tremendous amount of pressure for an astoundingly long period of time. And if it doesn't crumble under that pressure, it becomes a diamond. And that's what we're going to see during this time. If we don't crumble under the pressure or let the chaos consume us, we become diamonds. We shine exquisitely. And the Nine of Cups comes in, and it's like, this is your blessing. This is your prosperity. This is your bounty. This is beauty. take it. This is beauty, see it. Move forward with it. But we're going to be so busy either guarding it or looking at something else that we're not going to take in what needs to be taken in. We're not going to see what our hearts need us to see. So this is going to be a time inwardly where we have a beauty around us that other people see much more easily than we see ourselves. And then we have the Seven of Wands coming into play, which is, I'm ready for a fight. Why? Because it's at our root. Chaos is at our root. And so with the Seven of Wands, it's like, I'm going to fight because I have to be ready for it. I have to always be on guard. It's never going to be a compliment. It's always going to be an underhanded compliment or, something snide worked into it. Instead of just saying, I'm surrounded only by the beauty of life, and I let the beauty of life guide me. And it sounds so easy to say. I'm surrounded by the beauty of life, and I let the beauty of life around me. But then we have the chaos of our world come in. We have the never-ending people who need us, want us, call for our attention, things that call for our attention, the chaos that just builds and builds. And it almost becomes like I fight for my own identity. I fight for the quiet. I fight for the power of my own voice without it being everybody else's, without it having to be tied up with anybody else. And this can be a time where we fight for singularity, but it's also a time where we need to step back from the energy of saying, okay, this is a fight, and saying, I stand in truth. I stand in listening to my soul. I stand in a place of kindness. I stand in a place of compassion. I stand in a place where I come solely from love and build love forward. And I will not fight. I will defend when need be, yes. I will fight when it's worth it. But if we're constantly fighting and we're constantly draining our energy, it's kind of like if you don't sleep, right? If you don't sleep, you can think, wow, look at that. I have 24 hours in a whole entire day. I can get things done. But you start to get tired and tired and tired. And then you can't really be up too long before all of a sudden your body starts to shut down. It starts to move really slow. Your mind doesn't work as well. That's what constant fighting is like. It starts to just wear you down and take away so much beauty. And so that's what we're being warned against during this time of the constant fighting that takes away our beauty. And it leads us then to our heart saying, we have a blessing. The Nine of Cups is a wish card. It is a wish, it is a blessing coming forward. And this is going to be a time where our hearts and our inner selves need to focus on what we really long for, what's truly important to us, what we want to see manifesting within our life, within our being, within our soul, within ourselves, to call forward the beauty, to call forward the abundance. And it isn't just looking outward, but it's looking back at all that we have accomplished and giving ourselves a pat on the back and saying, well done. And that starts to bring us to a place of realization. Even if it's only one thing that we can look at and say, wow, I did that really well. It's really making that our focus. And then God, Source, Spirit, again, however you see the divine, the universe, comes into play and cuts through so much nonsense, so many of the tides that hold us back, so much hurt and pain and disappointment. And all of a sudden we start to see. And we start to see with the knowledge of the mind. We start to see with the brilliance of the voice. We start to see with the vibration of the being inside that needs to come out, the expression of the soul and the words and the intensity of the self that needs to be expressed. We cut through the mysteries. We cut through the hurts and the pain. We cut through the tethers of the past that hold us back, the chaos that we've been married to for so long, that has been such an intrinsic part of ourselves. We cut through and we see. We see who we are. We embrace a deeper power of the voice than we have before. We start to find our voice again, and it leads us to the Four of Wands in the public arena. The public arena with the Four of Wands, this is the marriage card in the Minor Arcana. So we are married to something beautiful, to an expression of self that is a soul partner. We're married to this becoming and to this owning of space and time and realization and this opening up of power for ourselves to say, I am here and it is clear and there is beauty and tenacity and brilliance to me as I move forward, as I embrace myself and my soul and what I need and where I want to be. The Four of Wands starts to say, I celebrate. I celebrate me. I celebrate the connections that I have. I celebrate the lessons that I'm learning. I'm celebrating the greater understanding. And even every pain that I have experienced, every fight that I have been in, it's given me a different perspective. It's opened up my eyes in a way that I might never have known they needed to be opened or wanted them to be opened. But now I see with more compassion, with more understanding, but with also a realism that maybe we didn't have before. Maybe there was, when we're young, we're so idealistic. And maybe it was a tearing away of being that idealistic. But then seeing, okay, these are the practical steps I need to take to make my dreams come true, to be in the power and the beauty that is me. And it brings us to the Ace of Cups. And it brings us to this healing, beautiful love that is right above, the marriage of the energy that's coming forward within us. Energy is important. Our energy, our power, our brilliance, our souls. And the Ace of Cups brings this forward. There's a healing that comes through, a washing away of negativity, a beauty of the soul, an insight of the self, a sense of, it's wonderment, but a sense of that which is old is being repaired, is being strengthened, it's being fortified. That which is new is coming forward. But the old is teaching the new. The old is healing the new. So it's going to be like all our old memories, all the wisdom that we have accumulated is coming forward. But the pain that we have accumulated it through is washing away. And we start to see the beauty and the resilience and the power that is us. And so this can make it a very sensitive time. It can make it a time where we find that we might kind of speak at times without thinking, because there's just a sense of, I'm done with the bull. I'm done with the nonsense. I'm going after the blessing. It's very much going to be an energy that is a part of us. And this fighting is going to be something where we see it, we acknowledge it. And we need to see it and acknowledge it and how tired we are, because that calls in the blessing like nothing else. The subconscious chakra energy is holistic health, the Earth Star chakra. This is one of my absolute favorite chakra cards because it's saying holistically, who am I? Holistically, how does my body need to heal? Holistically, how am I moving forward? And this is that healing. This is the root chakra. This is the essence of ourselves. And this is starting to take care of our bodies and be kind to our souls. And that's important. It leads us to our subconscious energy to be mindful of, and that's the Queen of Swords, air sign energy. It's the power of the mind. It's taking this gift, it's gaining an understanding of what we want and what we desire, and not letting anybody take that away from us. To be mindful of it is having somebody else take away the power of our voice. This is the energy of somebody who likes to be a little bit of a bully, or who could be very cruel with words. And so it's being very mindful of this game. It's being very mindful of those people who are on our side truly and who just give us lip service. The subconscious energy that roots us is the Page of Wands. We're being a student of our passion. We're seeing ourselves starting to come to a realization. We're looking at things in a different way. It's kind of like when a child looks at something and says, well, why don't you just do XYZ? And you look at it and you're like, I don't know. I don't know why it's not done like that. And why don't we try it? Why don't we try something new? Why don't we look at things with this openness, with this expression, with this deeper understanding? It's a beginner's mind, which means that I'm not coming to it with all my baggage. I'm coming to it with a sense of wonderment, with a sense of openness, with a sense of becoming. And it moves us then to the subconscious inner self, which is the Three of Pentacles. We cannot do it without teamwork. All right, we cannot accomplish what we want to accomplish without working with others. But we cannot give other people our power and say, oh my gosh, without you I wouldn't have been able to do this. Or to take it to the other extreme and say, without me you wouldn't have been able to do this. We also need to look at the three-faced aspect of ourselves: the maiden, the mother, the crone, the discoverer, the nurturer, and the wisdom. And we need to see where we stand within our world with these different aspects of ourselves, and how we mature towards our blessings, and how we take these blessings as we mature. The subconscious heart energy is the Empress. I claim this throne. This is also giving birth. giving birth to creativity, giving birth to new life, giving birth to dreams and desires and passions and becomings. This is a time where we find a voice that was lost. This is a time where we listen to the power that is a part of us. This is a time where we are calling ourselves forward in a very real, open, raw, and honest way, but in an astoundingly powerful way, a very sacred, feminine way. Our subconscious energy that is part of the public arena is the star, and that's Aquarius energy, but it is also a sense of my wishes coming true. We have the minor arcana wish card here, and now we have the major arcana wish card. Something that we long for, something that we wish for is coming to the surface. We have to call it forward within ourselves. But this is also the wish that divinity sees within our souls. Not the wish that we say, oh, I wish I had, I wish I had. This is going to be something so tremendously personal that we think, I gave up on this wish a while ago. Like, I don't get to have wishes like this. This is for another. But it's not. It's for yourself. And this power, this wish, this brilliance, this beauty, it comes forward, and it's a balance, it's a harmony, it's a harmonizing the public world with the private world, it's a harmonizing the spiritual world with the everyday existence, and it's that intensity that guides and moves and is a part of. All right, Scorpio, I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I'm sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we move forward towards a blessing. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Scorpio.